Welcome back. So we're going to do a drive from Sheffield. I'm actually in Meadowhall right now, so Sheffield, Meadowhall, I'm in the car park. So going back from here to Chesterfield. So I've done a separate video, if you've seen that, from Chesterfield coming to Sheffield. So this is just going back, so we're going southbound now. Hopefully you enjoy, and let's get going. So I'll be doing obviously as much autopilot as possible. That is, the purpose of this video. So let's okay, so
in 500 feet, turn right onto motorway.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the way that they're saying. I'm gonna go a slightly different way. That's just to get out of the car park. This will be a better way. Little speed bump here. Okay, so obviously no autopilot right now, and we'll be exiting. Let her go past. He didn't pick that woman up. It's not good. Okay, so we're gonna get into the center lane. I'll just go straight center. That's all good. Nope, it did not want to activate autopilot there.
500 feet, turn left onto Sheffield Road.
Okay, so I'm just gonna speed up a bit manually. Nope, it was going towards that car, so I will manually just do it here. Nope. So it struggled to do it, activate it there. And now I need to be in the right hand lane. Okay, nope, autopilot has now turned off. There we go, we got autopilot here.
500 feet, enter the roundabout and take the fourth exit.
So we're hitting a roundabout. I know this is a very big roundabout. This is a pretty complicated roundabout. Like I said in the previous video, I would be as safe as possible. So if it's not possible, I will just manually take over. So it's detected the cone, which is nice. You can tell that I haven't had my Tesla for long. I'm excited over cones and traffic lights. So you'll get going in a second once these cars go, like so. Okay, so I'm just gonna manually speed up a second because it was taking the piss a little bit. So I am manually speeding up a bit, but I'm letting. Nope, it did not want to do that there. It was getting confused all over the place. Okay, so it's back on again. I mean, because this is where we got to get off. Nope, it wants to go round, which is because I've put the navigation on, so we should know that I want to go here, which is not good. It keeps. Okay, I'm gonna lower the speed a little bit here because actually no, I'll increase it again. Okay, so how are we looking? Nope, I'm gonna have to manually do this. So yeah, so getting onto a motorway, it does struggle with. I'm gonna put autopilot back on, put it back up to 70. I mean, there's a car there that's pretty close. I'm gonna see if you'll safely try and switch lanes. I mean, the car let me, but it did a good job considering it was close. I'm gonna knock it down to 60 now anyway. So we're at 60 miles per hour. So yeah, we've got 6.3 miles on here, but no, it's longer than that. I know it's longer than that. It's the vast majority of the journey. We're going to junction 29. Ooh, look at that Audi Q7. It's like a beast. I saw a Q8 a couple of weeks ago. That looked nice as well. So it's still 60, so I'll still leave the speed limit at 60 or 60 coming back in this area as well. So it's just for air quality, there's no accident or anything, so we shouldn't have any major delays or anything like that. So as you can tell by this video, and if you watched the video before this, where I was going to Sheffield, on the motorway, it does a great job. So if you have a lot of motorway driving and even A-road driving as well, because I will cover separate videos doing some A-road driving. If you've got a lot of that driving, then the autopilot works really well. But if you have more local roads, motorways, smaller roads, or just off motorway and off A-road, okay, so there's a lane closure, I'm going to knock it down to 50 miles an hour. You don't want to get a speeding ticket, because usually when they knock the speed down on the motorway, that's when they be giving you the speeding tickets, a lot more likely than going past the regular speed limit. So yeah, like I was saying, the autopilot is great if you're doing a lot of motorway driving, a lot of A-road driving, basically where it's easier for it to figure it out. If it's on the smaller roads, depending on where you are, the mileage will vary in the UK. In America, depending on where you are in America, but from like California, it's a lot better. So the lane closure, there's something that happened. I think something's broken down or something being stopped. Doesn't look like an accident, which is good. Nobody looks hurt. So I'm gonna knock it down again, but I mean, they've got the lane closure again, so maybe there's still something further up. So yeah, we're doing 40 miles an hour now instead of the... Okay, so this will be a good test. I'm gonna switch lanes, and it's a good test because there's a car pretty close behind me. Looks closer than it is. It's closer than it is. And there was a car ahead of me as well, so it was a good test to get in between two cars. I'll knock it back up because we're getting to the national speed limit again, which is 70 miles an hour for a car that I'm driving. I'll just knock it up. I can't see any speed cameras between now and then. Okay, so I'm gonna switch lanes. I'm gonna knock it up to 75. Okay, did really well. The cold has been a killer on the range. Obviously, if you're preheating the battery and stuff like that, then it does, preconditioning it does help. But even then, like, it's been a killer. I'm hoping it's going to be a lot better during the summer, so it basically kind of evens out. If it does, if I get more than the 100% efficiency they predicting, because I've seen some people get that, then yeah, it'll work out. Then it won't really matter, because I haven't just got it for the colder months. I'll have it for the whole year, and it'll average out. But let's see. Okay, so it's going pretty fast now. Autopilot. Again, there's nothing really nearby. There's a car on the left, but that's it. That car's driving fine. It's not doing any dodgy moves. I mean, the autopilot is detecting it doing more dodgy steering than it actually was. But I find that a lot. But again, okay, so that car wanted to get in, but it didn't do any movement, so the Tesla did not slow down. If it had started to physically get in, then it would have slowed down. It would have been good to see that. Either I would have manually slowed down and basically turned autopilot off, but I was here ready to take over just in case it came in. Tesla didn't react quick enough, and the right hand lane was actually clear, so I could have just quickly switched over if need be manually. There's some vehicles coming in on the motorway or onto the motorway, but I'm in the middle lane, so I don't really see it being an issue for me, unless some vehicle wants to quickly cross over. But then even then, we can see how autopilot reacts, because I'm always here anyway. Okay. so it slowed down a bit because that truck did, you know, come over to my lane over here. Again, just enough to maintain a safe distance, but not too much either. Right now, I do actually, okay, the speed limit. I do have the car distance set to, you know, 3 car distances. So by default, it's 2. I've got it set to 3. Still going straight for now. So 8.4 more miles on this little stretch. It's doing well. job there because this car came back over. So it went that way without indicating where you indicated came back. Either way, the indications, it doesn't seem to pick up indicating yet. Obviously, when cars are more interconnected, it should be able to pick other Tesla cars indicating. I bet it knows. But it picked it up, it slowed down, my hands were ready, I didn't have to, take over, which was fantastic. driving as if he wants to go into the right hand lane and overtake, but he's going into the left hand lane and doing jack. So I'm just gonna keep my hands ready just in case I need to, you know, react. Cause did not like the way he was driving. Didn't like the look of him either. Okay, so I'll be switching lanes. I'll switch lanes after this car. I'll get behind that bundle of vehicles. Okay, so initially I was a bit too close when I tried to trigger it. Did not work, but that's fine. So we've got 2.2 miles left. Another half a mile or so, I will just knock it, get over to the next lane. Yeah, I'm gonna get over now. So slow down a bit because that truck ahead of me, the truck that's ahead of me now was probably a bit too close, so slow down, and whilst he was doing the move, which was good, instead of getting too close to it just in case that truck ended up braking harshly. Fine, I'll just basically just keep going and you'll auto route over to junction 29. Tesla coming up actually, so I will let him pass. I think there's a Model Y as well by the looks of it, and I'll let the BMW pass. Boom.
Now take exit 29A on the left.
Again, I'm not going to go that way. So if anyone's watching it from America will notice a big difference. There's a lot more interaction that I'm having to do compared to, you know, the people in the States where in some of the places they literally just put an address and it changes the lanes, it gets on and off highways, all that sort of stuff, but there's a lot more interaction required. Like I said in my previous video, one, because of regulations, you know, because I know we're not EU anymore, but those regulations still, you know, will carry over for UK and EU regulations. And the other thing is there's not as much data in the UK, you know, UK driving compared to America, so there's that. Plus the roads are different here, so that's combined with the lack of data compared to America, but also the fact that the roads generally are narrower here, so it is a lot harder, and there's more roundabout based stuff, but obviously nothing roundabout right now here. So I'm gonna get over. So yeah, he started to speed up because he was gonna go to the 75-mile-an-hour speed limit, but I've just put it here because there's 2 miles left and there's a fair few trucks, and I think unless I, you know, speed up manually, but I want to do as much of a self-driving autopilot video as possible. So we're just cruising here for a couple of miles now. So he's gone, so this will start speeding up. We'll probably get to about 60. He won't go much faster than that because there's another truck ahead. need to get off. Let's see how it deals with this. So I am in the leftmost lane, so I'm in the good position to be getting off. This lane is not going to become the lane that's going off, I believe. So I'm going to have to indicate like this truck. Because there's a BMW behind me that's pretty close, to be fair, and I feel like he's going to go into that lane or get off if he needs to quicker than Tesla will be able to detect when he can, or when it says it can go off. Let's see. Okay, should be any moment now. I should start seeing the markings physically to get off. This truck has been indicating for a good half mile. This man's eager. Yeah, the BMW wants to get off as well. That does not make it easy at all.
Now take exit 21 on the left.
Nope. It did not want to do it. Yes, it's that sort of stuff that it really does just, you know, mess up with. So that's it for this Tesla video. Let me know what else you would like to see. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.